question number 20, as we look at it, this one focuses in on the denominator, the lower part of it. And a lot of your exam questions are going to do that. They're going to say, what's the numerator, what's the denominator? To go through and do a computation to divide the two, which is to come up with the earnings per share figure, is not that hard to do. The emphasis is that you as a candidate understand what goes into basic, what goes into under the dilutive side. And if you do, you're going to get the question right. The last piece of the division is not important. So that's why sometimes you see the focus is the examiners can test you on the same thing by focusing in on that very, very difficult component. And when we looked at question number 20, they said they started with 600,000 shares of stock. They issued some partway into the year for 180. They also had some convertible bonds outstanding that were convertible onto 150,000 shares of stock. Nothing was actually converted into common stock during the year. And what would be the number of shares used in the purpose for computing the diluted earnings per share? Well, up on the board right behind me, I've got those pieces in. Those are the 600 we started with. The 180 were issued on April 1st. They were outstanding for 9/12 of the year. That would be 135,000 shares of stock. And through the deemed conversion of the bonds into common stock, that's an additional 150,000. If you add the three of these up, you come up with the denominator of 885. What would have happened, just to change the question a little bit, because we need variations on this because this is relatively new stuff. What would happen if the question was for the computation of the basic earnings per share? Well, this is real and this is real, so it would be 600 and 135, so it would be 735,000. That would be your denominator. If we extended this problem, which we don't have to do really, but through the deemed conversion of the bonds into stock for the diluted provision, what we would have to do is add back the interest expense, subtract out net of the taxes, and that's how we're going to adjust our numerator. So kind of think through what the examiners could possibly give you within a problem.